everyone. We're going to get started right away in a hero's pose. So coming onto the knees, sitting the sits bones back on the heels, bringing awareness to the breath, and then right away starting with some gentle cat-cow stretches. So on an inhale, arch the back, gaze goes up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round through the spine. Good. Inhale, arch the back, gaze goes up. Exhale, round through the spine. Continue with these on your own for a couple of rounds. Then inhale, reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take a full breath here. Then on an exhale, release the chin to the chest and the left ear towards the left shoulder. Take a full breath on this side. And then continue with these half circles, just rotating the neck from side to side. Releasing any tightness and tension. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Then as this feels complete, come back to your neutral seated position. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head, palms come to touch. Exhale, cactus the arms. Take your arms, wrap them around yourself. Give yourself a great big hug in gratitude for showing up for yourself, for making it onto your mat, for caring for your mind, your body, your soul. Good. And then bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, extend through the elbows, gaze goes up, shining the heart forward. Take a full breath in here, and then on an exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Hero's pose, seal of yoga. Focus on the breath. Feel this expansion in the heart space. You can slowly rise back up as this feels complete. Good. And then we will meet in a tabletop position. So coming onto hands and knees, we want wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Tops of the feet can press into the mat. Core is slightly engaged. Gaze is down at the mat. And then you can take a couple rounds of cat and cow here. Inhale, dropping the belly. Gaze goes up. Heart shines forward. Exhale, chin to chest, navel towards spine. And then just take any organic movement here for about 30 seconds. Just move freely. Move however feels good for your body. Notice that every day we show up onto our mat is different. So honor however you're feeling, move in a way that feels good for you. There's no right or wrong. Come back to your tabletop. Inhale, extend the right leg back behind you. Leg is in line with the hip, foot is flexed. Once you're stable here, inhale the opposite arm out in front of you. Inhale to lengthen towards the top of the mat. Exhale, crunch in, bring the elbow towards the knee. Inhale, extend out long. Exhale, elbow towards knee. Good. And then come back to your tabletop. Take a round of cat and cow. And then we'll move to the left side, extending the left leg back behind you. Once you're stable here, inhaling the opposite arm out in front of you. Inhale to lengthen towards the top of the mat. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, lengthen out long. Exhale, crunch in, elbow towards knee. Good. And then come back to your tabletop. Notice your strength. Notice your stillness. Notice your breath. Take the hands, walk the hands up, one full handprint on the mat. Untuck the toes, lift yourself into a plank, then send the hips high, come into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, the knees can be bent, the heels can be lifted off of the mat. Go ahead and walk your dog here, bending into one knee and then the other knee. Again, just releasing any tightness and tension in your down dog. Noticing the breath. Then inhale the right leg back behind you. Just take a couple of gentle ankle rolls here, releasing any tension in the ankles. As that feels complete, bring the right leg back down, and then same thing on the left side. Extend the left leg back behind you. Take some ankle circles, just releasing any tightness or tension in the ankle. Good. And then coming back to your down dog. On your next inhale, extend the right leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right leg through, plant the sole of the right foot on the mat, drop the back knee down, come into your low lunge. Inhale to circle, sweep the arms above the head, palms come to touch. Interlace the fingers, let the hands rest on the thigh. Inhale to sit tall, create length in the spine. Exhale, sink into this deep hip stretch. Notice the breath, notice any sensations in the body. Good. And then release the hands down to the mat, extend through the right leg, flexing the right foot, coming into our half split. You can stay straight with a straight spine, or you can round through the back, bringing the forehead towards the knee. Good. Then walking the hands back up, stepping the right leg back, pushing yourself back into downward facing dog, taking a breath here. And inhaling the left leg back behind you, sweeping the left leg through, coming into your low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head, interlace the fingers, rest the hands on the knee or the thigh. Inhale to create length in the spine, exhale, sink into this hip stretch. Know that we store lots of tension and emotions in our hips, so if you feel anything come up for you during this release, just know that you're in a safe place to feel whatever you need to feel. Then bringing the hands down to the mat, extending through the front leg, coming back to the half split, stretching out the left leg, walking the hands back up, stepping the left leg back, downward facing dog. Then from here, taking a child's pose. So coming down to the knees. Knees can be together, knees can be wide. Let the forehead rest on the mat. Just coming back to the body, coming back to the breath. Notice your strength. Take this moment of silence to think of something that you're grateful for. Good. And then slowly rise up. Sink a hip to either side. We'll come to sitting towards the back of our mat. Bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees splay out to the sides, coming into butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana in Sanskrit. Hands can wrap around the feet, they can wrap around the shins or the ankles, whatever's most comfortable for you. The closer the heels are towards your body, the more intense the stretch is going to be. The further away the heels are, the less intense the stretch will be. So stack the head over the heart, breathe here. Another hip stretch, hip opener. You can stay sitting upright or invitation to hinge from the hips, folding over the legs, deepening the stretch. Good. And then as this feels complete, if you folded forward, slowly rising back up, we'll extend the legs out in front of us, flexing the feet, backs of the legs press into the mat. Hands come next to the sit bones, really pressing through the palms, feeling the hips, the shoulders, the ears all stacked on top of each other, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. And breathing here. This is our staff pose, Dandasana. Excellent for mental focus and mental clarity. You can stay sitting upright or invitation to hinge from the hips, walk the hands forward. Hands can come to the shins or to wrap around the feet if that's accessible. Continue focusing on the breath. And then as this feels complete, if you folded forward, lifting yourself back upright, we'll find any comfortable position for our final pose. So you can lie down, you can take a cross-legged seat, you can take a hero's pose, bringing the hands to heart center, gently closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.